Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Facebook. Happy Tuesday. Okay, I think I'm all set up. My camera is working. Happy Tuesday and happy end of February. I know time is flying by for 2018, and I hope you've had a great day. I hope you've had a great February full of love. Tomorrow is my wedding anniversary. My husband and I will have been married for 9 years, and so I'm really excited about that. But I hope you've had a wonderful February. I hope you've been comfortable and warm. Here in North Carolina, it's been crazy, crazy weather. It was really nice yesterday, over 70, and freezing cold this morning, and then now it's feeling okay. So hopefully wherever you are feeling the love and feeling warm and comfortable and getting ready for springtime. So we'll go ahead and get started. I am Brittany Dent, the Teen Choice Coach, and this is the Coach's Corner. And I'm so excited to be here today. I have a very, very exciting topic, at least exciting to me, to discuss with you on today. Okay. So I don't know how many of you know that this is National Read Across America Week. Okay. March. March 2nd is Dr. Seuss's birthday. And we know he's not a real doctor, but he's my favorite doctor. I love him so much for all that he did about creativity and imagination and education and learning. And I just love Dr. Seuss so much. And so his birthday is March 2nd. And that about 1997, I think it was, is when the government decided to have National Reading Day. Okay. So many things are celebrated, so many activities and holidays. And so they wanted to promote reading and celebrate reading. And so March 2nd, Dr. Seuss's birthday, was labeled as National Reading Day, and then it just turned into an entire week. Turned into an entire week. And so that started in 1998. So this is 2018. It has been 20 years of National Read Across America Week. And so I'm so excited about that. I'm going to share some tips with you today about how to get your teenager to read, okay? And I thought about talking about music. I've talked about music before, so hopefully you've been playing morning music for your family, that sort of thing. Hi, Dr. Denise. Hopefully I'll be able to talk to you about music in a couple weeks next time, but today I want to talk about reading, okay? I believe that teenagers, they get their positive and negative messages from the music they listen to, the things that they read, and the people they're around, okay? And so some ways to get your teenager to read is not try to push certain books on them, okay? Every child is going to want to read if it's something that interests them. So it may be under their level, it may be above their level, but if they want to read it and it's not inappropriate, then I say let them go for it, okay? Yes, leaders are readers is one of the quotes that I came across earlier this week. Absolutely right. And so one of the things that you can have them read is magazines, okay? I know growing up, I received, my cousins and I received Highlights magazines in the mail, and they had puzzles and jokes and different articles and contests in those magazines. And my own children now get Highlights magazines in the mail. And so that is something super easy for them to read and something that is normally interesting to them. I know for myself, I get Red Book magazine in the mail. My mom got me a subscription a few years ago, and she just keeps on renewing it. And it's relevant to what's going on in my life right now about finances, organization, fitness, different things like that. And so finding a magazine that interests your teenager, you can get it from the public library for free. Or, of course, when you're at Walmart in the checkout line, you see all the magazines and you can pick up one for your teenager, okay? So having them read a magazine instead of a book will be super easy. Another thing would be the newspaper. And I know you're probably thinking a teenager does not want to read the newspaper, but you would be surprised by just giving them the newspaper, whether it's to look for coupons. I like the coupon. I'm not extreme, but I like to try the coupon. If they want to look at comics or event listings or even news about their school, the sports section may have people they know in high school. And so giving them the newspaper and just making that accessible to them will allow them to see other things that they might be interested in, and they'll begin to read through the newspaper, even though it's not something they're accustomed to, okay? But magazines, newspapers are both really great. I also recommend poetry books. I love Shel Silverstein growing up, Where the Sidewalk Ends, and also The Light in the Attic. He has a lot of poetry books that are funny, but are relevant to teenagers or students in general. And so checking that out from the library, any type of poetry book will be easy for your teenager. They'll think it's really easy because it's short, but they'll still be able to get some good information and some good reading skills. And so that's just another way to pique their interest as well. And then the last thing is an audiobook, okay? Now, I prefer, and their teachers prefer, that they read actual physical text, but we know that with this technological age that we're in, they can download books on their phones, their tablets, that sort of thing. So that is okay if they want to read on their tablet or read on their phone a book series. I have a young lady I've been working with for a few months, and she downloaded a book series on her phone, and she's just been so excited about it. And so that's okay. But then audiobooks. I know when I was younger, I would sit on the couch on Saturday and I would read Babysitter's Club, Boxcar Children, Goosebumps, these series of books, okay? I don't have time for that anymore. So now I listen to my books, audiobooks, whether it's on YouTube or on the library website, while I'm cooking, cleaning, feeding the baby, things like that, okay? So you want to encourage them to read, even if it's through audiobook, because they're still getting the information, they're still hearing proper text, and so that will help them be better readers, better writers, better speakers, and more knowledgeable teenagers, okay, and better adults. Yes, audiobooks are fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So magazines, newspapers, poetry books, audiobooks, putting books on their cell phones, these things will help them be inspired to read and intrigue them a little bit, definitely if it's something that they're interested in. Instead of the textbooks that they're kind of required to read for school, if there's something that they're interested in and you find a magazine article, newspaper article, something relevant to that, they'll learn to read a lot better and they'll be more excited about reading each and every day, okay? So there's a lot more tips I could give about reading. I could talk about reading forever, but I won't keep you long. I just wanted to share that with you, how to get your teenager to read something. And normally they want it to be short, like I said, newspaper article, magazine article, poems, things like that, okay? And I know some of you may not have teens right now who are struggling with reading or academics or anything like that. And so I want to remind you about being proactive. I encourage parents to be proactive, and if your teenager's doing good, let me help you help them do great, okay? We want them to excel and exceed. And so I did want to remind everyone watching about my workshop coming up. It will be March 24th in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and it is a workshop for parents, and one of the things discussed will be how to be a proactive parent, okay? So some things will be coming up in the next few years with your teen and preteen, and I want you to be prepared and ahead of the game so that you can be able to handle it appropriately and successfully. And so I'll give information on my page later today about the workshop, as well as some stuff later this week about reading and Dr. Seuss. And hopefully you'll find time to read with your teenager or find them something to read this week to celebrate Read Across America Week and Dr. Seuss. Even watching Dr. Seuss movie, which is not the same, but just remembering him and all that he's done for education, okay? So I hope you have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, a great end of February, and I hope you find some good books to read. Feel free to comment, share with us about what books you like to read. I have I think 171 books on my reading list for this year, and I've gotten through a couple and reread some from the past, and so I can't read everything at once, but I would love to hear what your favorite book is or your favorite book series. So if you're watching the replay, just comment, tell us what books you like, what books you recommend for teens, and what book series you used to read, and I'll add them to my list, okay? So thank you for watching the Coach's Corner, and I want to close out with a quote from Dr. Seuss. The more that you read, the more that you know, and the more that you learn, the more places you'll go. That's one of my favorite quotes from him. So just celebrate Dr. Seuss, celebrate reading, and get your team something interesting to read so they can become a lifelong learner, okay? Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Brittany Dent, the Teen Choice Coach. Talk to you later.